in the offseason, as we were talking about, and the draft didn't follow suit. How did the Denver Broncos do in this year's draft?
Well, the Denver Broncos, I thought, did a pretty good job. Although their first pick was essentially spent on Russell Wilson. So right there, I think they traded for a great quarterback, and that right there just boosts their draft grade up for me automatically. But then after that, in round 2, pick 64, they got Nick Bonito, edge out of Oklahoma. And this guy is a killer off the edge. Killer with a capital K. This guy is crazy. His presence in the backfield is always known. He's a wrecking ball when it comes to getting into the backfield. And you add him with already the Chubb is there, Randy Gregory that's already there. I mean, this is already a stacked defense. Adding him on top of the fact that the offense added a incredible quarterback who is great at the game of football and is going to succeed very well, I believe, with this team. I think they really did great for round 2, which was their first pick. So then at round 3, they got who I think is the best, you heard me, the best tight end in this draft, Greg Dulcich, tight end out of UCLA. They just got rid of Noah Fant. So this team already needed a tight end. They were already down one right there. So I was expecting them to take a tight end early, and I thought Dulcich was going to be their guy. And sure enough, it ended up being Dulcich is a really great tight end who's got awesome vertical threat skills. His route running is really well. I mean, he doesn't drop a ball. If it hits him in the hands, he's going to catch it. He also adds to your blocking side, and he's not the biggest, but at the same time, he's just a really good blocker for his size. So I really like Dulcich, that round 3 pick there, and I really like the round 2 as well above it. Now moving on to round 4, Damari Mathis and Ioma Uwazariq, I cannot say his last name, cornerback out of Pittsburgh and defensive tackle out of Iowa. Thought they did a really good job here in the 4th round, just continuing to pad that defense, which is something they always do. They're always adding to the defense, and they started with the exact same thing in the 5th round with DeLauren Turner-Yell, safety out of Oklahoma. And I also like their theme that they went with here. They went with a lot of guys who have either played together on the same team or played together in the Senior Bowl or the East-West Shrine Bowl. A lot of these guys really spent a lot of time together and already started creating those bonds. So I like that they did that as well. Then they got Montrell Washington, wide receiver out of Samford, just adding to the wide receiver depth here, especially now we don't know what's going on with Jerry Jeudy. So this could be a influential pick considering that they already have Tim Patrick, who will have to step up, and Cortland Sutton as well. Then they get Luke Wattenberg, center out of Washington. This offensive line group was really deep, and this is just another guy who comes in round 5 and could, in a couple of years, end up being a starter for this team. So I like that pick as well. Then moving down to round 6, Matt Henningsen, defensive tackle out of Wisconsin. And still same with the last pick as well with Fan Hicks. They're just continuing to add to the defensive tackle and cornerback rooms, which was something that they needed to do. So with that being said, they filled a lot of holes that they had, including the quarterback spot, which was done through trade. And then my overall grade for them, I'm going to give them a B+. I thought they did a really solid job overall. And their best pick was Greg Dulcich, tight end out of UCLA in the 3rd round. And that's really tough for me to say because Nick Bonito is a really good candidate as well. And I think that both of these guys could be like sleeper offensive and defensive rookie of the year candidates. Sleeper, I don't know 100%, but those could be 2 of my sleeper pick guys, my day 2 guys who could sneak up and steal an award like that, almost like Alvin Kamara did a couple of seasons ago with the Saints.
Yeah, so